you doing over there, darling? Just friggin' level. I'm gonna assume that you mean the ones that are installed in the shed. I guess that would make the most logical sense. Not every single fan that I have hoarded in each shed, because that might just take just a little while. Well, right here is the exhaust fan for the shed. This is probably, well, in the summertime, this is the most used fan. It actually keeps it livable in here on a hot summer day. This one's kind of extra neat for me because it was out of my grandma's original green furnace that used to be in the house when I was a kid. But we're not going to ramble on too much about that thing. It'll have to get its own video someday if I feel like doing that. Guess I should showcase the switches too. We'll shut that thing off for now. I just moved it over there, and then now my chimney can be a little more straight. I'm trying real hard here not to just ramble off about every single little thing, because this is going to be a long enough video as it is. So let's just crank them both on. I'm not going to sit here and watch the acceleration. I believe we're going to just move on to the next shed and let this one take 12 years to get up to full speed. There we go. Just let them rip. You can do it old tat style. Okay, well, let's move next door. We'll go ahead and fire these ones up. I believe they should be on smokers. Wrong switch. I hit that one. This is the one we're after. We'll let them speed up. Hey, darling, you want to come upstairs? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to showcase the exhaust fan that I accidentally turned on here. Just another random barrel fan. I don't think I've ever made a video of this one. This is the original one that I put in here, but I've since decided I'm probably gonna have something back there to store sleds in later on in the future, so that'll just be blowing directly into a wall. So I was gonna move it over here, but then that's when I got my new job and started getting all these friggin' belt drive barrel fans, which are way better. Still quieter than that one though. I don't have a legit plug-in running to it yet, so I just threw up that extension cord there. But I guess, real quick, just to be thorough, we'll test out this fan that's never ever going to be used again. There. Alright, we'll turn on the upstairs ceiling fans now. I believe they're both on high speed. Let's just flick these ones to medium real quick. See, I don't know if I looked at them when they were at full speed very good. These ones are giving her. Bulldogs are getting smacked into them. And the upstairs exhaust fan, which is over there. Same thing. Being upstairs in an uninsulated shed with a tin roof. She gets nasty hot in here in the summer. But you turn that thing on for a couple of minutes and she's just cooled right down. Here are all my fluorescent lights that I got from my old job. Anyways, we'll just unplug this one. Here are the ceiling fans. Guess we'll flick them to medium now. Oh, there's a... Oh, it's just a big old fly that got smacked by the ceiling fan. He's not feeling too good right now. Anyways, we'll go to low now. This one got bonked into a couple of times, as you can tell. And yes, in case you're wondering, this is the Canarm catalyst that I used to have in my house that had the tulip shades on it. It still works. And yes, that is the Galaxy that used to be in my house in various places over the years. It now lives life in this shed. Of course, this is the old Twister. The light switch is disconnected these days, but don't matter because I'm running a separate switch downstairs for the lights. We'll run them down the low. Okay. These ones have achieved their low speed. This will shut them down. Seems as if the upstairs fans are at about their low speed. And yeah, I usually use this one on reverse because it's mounted so high up in here that it just can't get any air on downdraft. It just recirculates like this right by the blades. But when you run it in reverse, it sucks air up and then it manages to blow it down those rafters, and it'll even squeak out down under here. It's really good for thoroughly circulating the air. And in case you were wondering, that is a custom paint job. I painted those blades myself. I was younger back then. Yeah, the old Galaxy, she's still going, although one of these days I'd like to take it down and de-oil the motor. Unfortunately, this fan is from a time when I ruthlessly over-oiled things. And therefore, oil went through the bearings and just got absolutely everywhere in there. And it's all up in the switch housing here. You can actually see it, how it's been seeping down and like staining this light socket. Thankfully though, that one has evaded my crazy old ways. Check out the industrials here. Oh, they're spinning about as fast as they'll ever spin. I noticed at the end of the last winter, this thing started to slow down a bit here. This is as fast as it spins now. So I really need to hurry up and get a new capacitor for that thing. But the little 36 incher still gives her like no tomorrow. So I guess we'll turn them down to, I don't know, medium. This one actually didn't slow down very much at all. This one seems to be at about its medium now. Down a little bit more. And we'll wait for a bit. Right here is about the lowest setting you can set it without it ever potentially stalling. I mean, they are fan speed controllers. They're not just light dimmers. But you know how dimmer switches are, especially when you're running everything off of a cheap 16 gauge extension cord. So if like the exhaust fan kicks on, you can potentially stall out a ceiling fan if it's turned any lower than this. See, the 36 inch is still spinning pretty fast. And just for poops and giggles, let's just crank them all the way down. I have the low limit set on these switches really low, so that I can actually spin the fan slow if I want, although I don't really ever do that. Yep, this looks like about as slow as they're going to turn. Shut them down. I almost forgot about my table fan. I will demonstrate this one because this fan stays here. It's used for this shed. I usually just leave it on low. Just plug it in and unplug it when I need it. Sometimes I'll crank her up when she's real hot out, but I'm not going to test the oscillation because it'll just bonk into stuff. I never use oscillation on my fans, so they're usually squeaked in somewhere real tight where it has no room to oscillate. There's our low speed. I actually made a video of this fan a long time ago, cleaning it up and stuff, I think. Or I don't know, maybe it was just a demonstration of it. I can't remember. I was always going to make another video after oiling and cleaning it up, but I never did, and now the fan's all dirty again. I'll have to give her a nice clean someday and actually showcase it. But quickly, here's medium. There's Hi. She's an old beast. Now we'll go for a little jaunt over here to the mouse shed. What a nice, beautiful day. Just love calm days. Ironically, because I like fans and stuff, but I don't like wind. She is hot in here. What's the temperature? 30 on the nose. Not quite 30 on that one. Anyways, I'll turn all the lights on in here first. This one's still the same one from when I fixed the shed up. And I changed out that old whatever it is can arm because it too needs to be de-oiled really badly, like even more so than the Galaxy. This one's got so much oil in the motor, it's still oozing out even years later. It's almost a fire hazard at this point, so I slapped up this Nadair here for now. Hey darling, you decided to join us? And well, as you know, the 36-inch can arm industrial is now in that project shed over there because I wanted to put a fan up here with a light. So now I got the SMC Laguna up here. Works pretty good. Now, if I want, I can turn that light on when I'm going upstairs and it actually shines light in there. Here's a switch set up for the fans. I got a 3-speed clicker switch here now for the Laguna. Okay. And the other two will be on high, I believe. They are not. Of course, we'll start them on high. She is nice and gusty in here. We'll go to medium. You know, I just remembered, I actually made a video of this fan, like when I first set it up here. And the bearings were noisy and I was pouring Lucas in them or something. And I mean, it worked, but kind of. Regardless, I gotta find that video and edit it. I believe I recorded it on this camera and I didn't have a video editor for it yet. I really gotta find that and upload that. You know, I'm surprised how powerful this little Laguna is. Like, I can feel nice airflow down here. And you know how Laguna blades are. They're not straight across from each other. They're like bent up just a little bit, so they almost blow air outwards a bit. It actually works great in this spot. It also blows air like back this way a little bit, and for the most part, like if I'm running the dehumidifier in here, I just leave that thing on high and the rest of them off, and air just blows down here and then it loops down and gets sucked up over there at that gap between the upstairs floor and the wall and just circulates back this way and continues the cycle. I didn't think it would work that good. I thought maybe the Laguna would be too high up and it would start recirculating right here a bit, but it doesn't. It just blows down here and it fans out a little bit, so it gets all over the place. And go low now. And even on low speed, I'm feeling nice air movement coming down, way down here. Although when I have the exhaust fan running, I'll leave all 3 ceiling fans on high. And I'll just let it be a tornado in here. It gets there all good and aired out. Brings the humidity levels down. Someday when I make its own video, I'll crawl up there and get a nice close-up shot of it and shut everybody down. I guess I should showcase that fan. This fan's permanently in here. It's attached to this extension cord. You're in. Never figure out. There. It too just stays on low. This fan's nice for if it's hot in here and it's too humid outside to turn on the exhaust fan. So you just put this one on just to circulate the air right in this general area and keep you a little cool. If you start turning ceiling fans on, then it starts to heat up really fast. Medium. I did make a video of this fan a very long time ago. And rage speed. I just love how powerful this old beast is. Shut that one down. And last, but definitely not least, is the exhaust fan. Sounds a little quieter and different than it did in that last video a bit, eh? A few months ago, I slapped on a PSC motor. I think it's a half horse. Although it definitely doesn't need to be that large of a motor. It does not struggle at all with this blade on it. It was out of a barrel fan, if you're wondering. Instead of it being 1700 RPM, now it's only 1000 or 1100. I can't remember what they are. It made this fan way nicer to use. Like, I can actually plug this thing in and do stuff in here now. Whereas before it was just chaos. Hey, Kitty would hightail it out of here, it was so loud. But I gotta shut her down because it's really humid out tonight. Don't like letting it get excessively humid in here because there are a lot of old pictures and papers and delicate stuff of my grandma's in here, and if you get too high humidity levels it starts to crinkle all that kind of stuff. Now I gotta plug the shack in. You coming? Wanna go to your old house? Oh yeah, she remembers this place. You still remember this place, eh? I removed a couple of items out of here that I thought smelt like cat pee, and it smells a bit better in here. Oh, she's still hot in here. I guess upstairs in the mouse shed's quite a bit of a nightmare too, but at least it's out of sight, out of mind. But this shed, oh, there's no escaping the horde in this shed. You're just surrounded by it. So this is what I mean by, I hope you didn't mean every single fan in each shed. Man, we'd be here all night. But, as you can see, I do not have the small ceiling fans on each end of here anymore because I used them for different locations. It would be impossible to get a fan installed in that spot now. This thing, I just slapped on some down rod hardware and I was just kind of testing it out, I guess, again. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I believe I slapped this thing up to test it out when I was fixing up that last shed I fixed up over there by the house. That's how long this thing has just been hanging here, bonking me in the head every time I walk under it. And it's not wired or nothing, it was just slapped up there for test, and the cord's even gone now that was going to it. So this is not a part of the shed normally, so I'm gonna consider it not a part of this video. But this fan, this thing has been in here for a long time, and I've never made a video of it here. It's a beautiful fan. It's one of those Alaska fans. You know, the ones that have the backward speed switch where it starts on low and progresses up to high. It's been an amazing fan. Completely silent. No bearing sound, no hum, nothing. This is a really nice quality fan in my opinion. Anyways, speed switch is right there. And this stuff is all right here. For the last couple of years, if I've had to change the speed on that fan, or turn it on or off, I've been using my ceiling fan blade arm extension here. This is definitely not something that is easy to do gracefully, especially holding a camera. Just barely reach it. Oh no, I turned it off. There. I think we got her on medium now. There she is on medium. And this switch has the exact same speeds as this fan originally did. So we're not compromising anything by demonstrating it on the switch. Checking out where your litter used to be. Alright, we'll go for low now. There. This fan has a nice slow low speed. It's another thing I like about it. I guess we'll just leave it at that. This is some random old, I believe, a Canarm fan. This is actually the blade from it. There's the housing. It never came with a mounting bracket, and I was just testing it out, but it was never fully taken down. And there's no wires or blades on it, so we're not testing it out. Plus, again, it's not actually a part of the shed normally. So here's my window fan. I don't know. I think this is a super. Yeah, this is a super. I had a Westinghouse that was like very similar to this too, that was used as a window fan once upon a time. And high or medium. A lot of miles on this fan. High. It's too bad it's missing its base. Oh, it feels nice. Shut her down. And there is also a 12-inch super stand fan up there that is running right now, as you can hear. Maybe you can see it. Oh yeah. There, we can see just a little wee bit of it back there. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to climb up there. So that is all the fans that are currently in use in my sheds. Rambling again. This is going to be a long video, boy, if I do that. And there is bees up there. No, just bulldogs. We'll wait for Kitty to climb the stairs. Come on, all the way. There you go. Kitty loves when I come in this shed. She loves going up and down these stairs. Oh, she's checking out that bug. Careful. If it's a honeybee, he might sting you. Oh, there, you're good now. Of course, that's the old... what are these things called again? Oh, yeah. Wait for Kitty to come down. Graceful. Who's out there? Oh, frick, I hate this fan here. Stop bonking me in the head, you bugger.